Let's talk about a mistake that feels harmless, even logical, when you're first starting out. Marketing mistake number 11, posting only henna photos with no captions and no context. And I want to start by saying this gently. If this is you, it does not mean that you're lazy. It does not mean that you're bad at marketing. It definitely does not mean that you're doing something wrong. Okay? What it means is that you're thinking like an artist and not yet like a business owner, which makes total sense. All right. So when you're new, your instinct is simple. My work should speak for itself. You spend hours practicing. You finally get your really clean, dark stains, and you take a photo that you're really proud of. So then you go and you post it. No caption, or maybe just an emoji or a couple of words like, I love this one. And then you wait. You wait for likes, for comments, for inquiries. But nothing really happens, right? There's no traction. And quietly, a belief starts to form. Maybe my work isn't good enough yet. Maybe I need better photos. Maybe people just aren't interested. Here's what I want you to hear clearly. The problem is not your work. The problem is that your audience doesn't know how to see it yet. Photos should show skill. Captions should create meaning. And without meaning, people just scroll, right? Your audience is not trained to evaluate henna the way that you are. They don't know how long something took. They don't know what makes a design technically difficult. They don't know what decisions you made intentionally. They don't know what the experience felt like. They just see a pretty image and then they move on. And it's not because they don't care, but because you didn't invite them in, right? Captions are not extra. Captions are where trust begins. They're where you shift from nice design to real professional. They're where clients start to understand who you are, what you value, and what it's like to work with you. When you don't add context, your work becomes generic, even if it's beautiful. And for beginners, especially, that's very dangerous because it makes growth feel random. You start guessing, you start copying what other people are doing, you start thinking that you need to be louder and trendier and more polished, but what you actually need is clarity. Captions are how you teach your audience how to see you, how to perceive you, how to understand you. Captions explain why this design mattered, what this client needed, how you approached the session, what makes your process thoughtful and safe. That's how belief is built, right? Not through perfection, but through explanation. Now, let's talk about what beginners often fear, because I think that's a big piece of the puzzle here. It's I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound awkward. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to take up too much space. And that's normal. But here's the reframe. You're not writing captions to impress other artists. You're writing captions to make a future client feel comfortable choosing you. This is a tool. Your caption doesn't need to be long. It needs to be human. Clients want to know, will I feel safe with this person? Will this artist guide me? Does this artist know what they're doing? A photo alone can't answer those questions, right? But a caption can. A well-written caption can, of course. So let's move into a correction because this actually is a really simple fix and I don't want you to leave this video without knowing. I want you to start using this task, if you will, immediately. Every time you post a henna photo, answer one of these questions in the caption. This is going to be super simple, okay? Why did you love working on this design? What was this client nervous or excited about? What decision did you make intentionally during the session? What do you want clients to understand about your process? Just one. You don't need to explain all of these. You don't need to answer all of them. You just need to open a door. And over time, something really powerful happens. People stop seeing just your work and they start seeing you as the artist, as the business owner. They begin to recognize your voice. They start remembering your posts. They feel like they know you even before they reach out. And that's when those DMs feel warmer. That's when inquiries start to feel more aligned. That's when confidence really begins to build. And I want to say this, especially to beginners, you do not need to wait until you feel ready to speak. Your growth happens through speaking, right? So explaining your process helps you to own that. Sharing your thoughts helps you to trust them. Teaching your audience builds authority faster than your silence or your hesitation ever will. You don't need to sound like an expert in the beginning. You just need to sound like someone who actually cares and who is learning intentionally in their business. That's more than enough. That's more than most people do or are willing to convey in public light. And if you're thinking, I wish someone would just tell me what to say, you're not alone. That's exactly why Hennapreneur exists, right? Inside of the Hennapreneur app and inside of my programs, we help you to turn your work, your process, your growth into words that feel natural, not forced. So your content stops feeling like a guessing game and your confidence doesn't depend on likes. No one wants to live there. And so your audience starts to understand your value before you ever sell a single booking. If you're tired of posting and hoping, tired of wondering why nothing is clicking, and tired of feeling invisible despite showing up all of the time on social, download the Hennapreneur app. Your work deserves context, and your audience deserves to know the artist behind the designs.